thanks again for your time.
Hi, Gary.
Why Chelsea?
Why not? I mean, it was the opportunity. It was one of the biggest clubs in the world, in the most competitive league of the world. It was the moment, and it felt like we should absolutely not miss the chance to be part of the Chelsea family and to compete for titles with the best managers and the best teams. So that was a pretty easy choice.
Does it concern you at all, the club's reputation for getting rid of managers quite quickly?
Yes and no, but on this level where I'm absolutely grateful that I can work on this level, it's like this. If you sign in for Chelsea, you sign in for the hunger of titles. You sign in for being absolutely competitive in every competition you play. I'm totally aware of that. Yeah, it is like you said, but it does not scare me. We have big ambition. Me myself, I have biggest ambitions. I'm very excited about the mixture of the team. I'm very excited about the structure of the club, and the first days were amazing. And yeah, I'm absolutely aware that at some point everybody expects results, but honestly, I'm doing that of myself all the time.
You're a extremely experienced coach. You've won many things. You seem like a nice guy. Are you concerned at all that there might be a fan backlash, because Frank Lampard is obviously a legend at the club?
Yeah. A fan backlash, I don't know. I hope not, because that would be hard on the team, because we need our supporters like any team, and in a stadium like ours, and in a club like ours, like Chelsea, to have the fans so close and so close behind the team, it makes really the difference. I can absolutely assume that it's a big disappointment for the fan base to see that Frank was sacked. I have, I said this in the first statement, and I can only repeat, I have the biggest respect. I was a huge fan of Frank as a player. It was a pure joy to watch him play and to see him, how he played, with what personality he played. He was one of the key figures to demonstrate in 90 minutes what Chelsea is about intensity, about devotion, about winning mentality. And so I have the biggest respect for him personally and for his legacy. It just got bigger when I received a message today in the morning, and to a personal message to wish me all the best, and maybe meet in the future when this is possible. So honestly, nothing has changed there. But in the last 72 hours, the club made clear to me that this is not my fault, clearly not my fault, and I cannot change the situation for him. The decision was made, and I was handed the opportunity. But I mean what I say, like before.
Just a final question from me, if I may. Obviously, there's a little bit of a time to go now before transfer window closes on Monday evening. From what you've seen so far, are there any gaps that you need to fill in the squad?
No, and it's hard to judge for me right now, because we have now 1 game, 2 training sessions. I'm very happy with what I see so far, with both trainings and the game yesterday, the performance, the attitude, and the talent and potential. I think we have, the squad is not too big. Right now we have N'Golo Kante came back today, so we have 22 players plus the goalkeepers. That is, regarding our program with 3 competitions, absolutely not too much. I have the feeling that right now is the guys deserve to be trusted, and I want to trust everybody. If a possibility comes along that we all agree on making us stronger right away, and okay, we will not hesitate, I'm sure, but it's not like we have the absolute need to do something. Absolutely not.
Moose, Talk Sport Radio.
Hi Thomas, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm fine.
You're the 5th German manager to manage in the top 5. I look at some of the others. David Wagner was successful with what he did with Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had Jurgen Klopp massively successful, Daniel Farke successful at Norwich. What for you is going to be success at Chelsea?
Well, in the end, and the club makes this very clear, in the end at Chelsea, it is about results. It is about results for us as managers. We always try to bring in performance, to bring in develop players, to improve players, to increase their value, like also as seen as strong performances. And but in the end, like I said, I'm very realistic. I'm in a club whose DNA it is to win and to win, go for trophies. And I'm here to challenge every trophy we play for in the competitions, and that means that, yeah, realistically, this year it's the Champions League and it's the FA Cup. To speak now about the Premier League title there are too many teams in between us. This is not realistic, and we will just lose the focus if we start here. But our job is also about relations in the club, and relations, of course, with the team, and to push everybody to the limit. And success is also to make the stadium happy. People should be excited to come to Stamford Bridge. People should be excited to watch our team. People should be excited and feel that the team plays with a special kind of energy and atmosphere. These are also the soft points of success. But in the end, we don't need to talk around a lot. At Chelsea, you play for trophies and titles.
Do you think it's coincidence that you're German and that Chelsea need to get the best out of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz? Or am I being very cynical if I sit here and say that's one of the reasons why you were chosen, because Christian Pulisic, but mainly those two?
Yeah, hopefully they talked. If it's like this, then that means they talked good about me, no? I'm not sure, but maybe it was not the biggest disadvantage in this moment. Maybe is that people can rely on that. I love to work with young guys. I love to work with guys from the academy, and we have a lot of Chelsea boys here in this squad, and we will push them to the limits. Yeah, but it was, like I said also yesterday, it was a bit strange. I step up for the first time in the middle of a season, one day before a match, and you do the first meeting, and you already know 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Because of course maybe they're German, maybe I have worked already with them or at least spoken with them, so that made it a bit easier for me. But hopefully there were some other reasons than just my nationality to be coach now.
Last one, Moose, please.
Last one. I don't know if it's true, so it may not be true, but I read somewhere as a young boy, your favourite club in the Premier League in England was Tottenham Hotspur, is that right?
Oh, you're really digging deep, huh? No, I just yeah. No, but I want to be very honest, because we played the EuroLeague game with Dortmund in Tottenham, and everybody there was very friendly, and I just explained it. When I was young, there was no daily match live on the TV. There was no daily match live from Bundesliga. So what I could actually see was 1-2 minutes every 4 weeks, and suddenly a club like Tottenham Hotspur came across in our sports broadcaster once every 4 weeks. So suddenly I heard the name Tottenham Hotspurs, which was very sounded like a big adventure, and gave me a big advantage on playing with my friends, because they had no idea where that club was. So. And I talked about that story, and I was young and needed the money. Huh? No, but I was young, but that was one of my first experiences. I did not even know that it's a club from London, But now I'm absolutely aware that I work for the big rivals, and you can be very, very sure that we do everything to beat them next week.
John Southall.
Hi Thomas, John here from the BBC. Nice to meet you. How challenging is it to take over a club and a challenge like this in the middle of a season, especially a season like this where there are so many games coming up in a short space of time?
Yeah.
And you might not get the time you would like on the training ground?
Yeah, big challenge, because it is like you say, and we miss the supporters and we miss the energy. But it's not only the supporters that we miss. We miss also, you know, for me it's crucial to create a certain a special atmosphere and a bond on a daily basis here at Cobham Training Ground in the dressing room. But due to the COVID situation, we have a social distancing rule here. So at the moment we're using three changing rooms for our team. We cannot be in the gym or everybody together at the same time. We have to, and for me we cannot do the biggest celebrations in training when we do a 6 against 6. And all these little details that you maybe normally don't talk about and don't think about, they make the difference. Like also, they can make the difference to create a certain bond and a certain glue between the players, and to create an atmosphere that you step into a dressing room and that you can really feel it, and they are choking with each other and they bond with each other and they are like arguing with each other. That does simply not exist. And at the same time, of course, the biggest impact are the empty stadiums. And then, like you said, everybody is like, it affects everybody also on a personal level. So some players are a bit more scared than the others, more worried about parents, about grandparents. This is a huge thing to deal. And and we deal on this now and step up in the middle of a season. Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, there was no time to overthink it, and maybe that was good. And the outview on to be part of this adventure was too positive, and I was too hungry to hesitate. But it's a big challenge for sure.
One more, please, John.
I think I'm right in saying that you know Pep Guardiola reasonably well. Have you spoken to him at all about the Premier League, about the challenges that might throw up? Because I think of all the leagues in Europe, this is the one where everybody seems to be able to beat each other. We saw last night with Manchester United. Yeah,
absolutely. I spoke with Pep a lot since he works here. I followed, of course, the Premier League very closely from Germany and from France. This is absolutely clear, because this is the benchmark of leagues. We could see yesterday on a physical level, on the level of athleticism and devotion and a completely different level that we are used to. I love it because it brings out the best in us coaches. I love it because it brings out the best in our players. I truly believe in that. And for me personally, this is something to step up and to compete against the best coaches in the world brings out the best in me, and I want to be ready for that. And I'm very positive about it, and it's a big challenge.
Lindsay Hooper.
Hi Thomas,
Hi.
I'm Lindsay from Premier League Productions. You made 3 changes for the game against Wolves, and you brought in experienced players, Giroud, Tuchel Presser and Jorginho to start. I wondered whether fans should read much into that and the direction that you might want to go in.
No. That was, first of all, it was a totally unfair lineup, because I had no reason for any of the players who did not start. I had no reason why they did not start, because everybody deserved, because we started from 0 and the training before was excellent. So I made the choices for a little bit more experience, because I thought that if a club like Chelsea changes the coach in the middle of a season, a new coach steps in one day before the game, it's the 9th place. There are a lot of teams I did not know how it affected the young players. I opted for a bit more experience tomorrow and to put this weight and responsibility on the shoulders of the more experienced players. Not of any trust issues, and if you know my reputation and if my last clubs, I will push every youngster to be ready. And what I saw also today in training from the guys who did not play, I have absolutely zero doubts that we have 21 players who are absolutely ready to play for Chelsea in Premier League and win games for us. Nobody should read too much into this. We have to. This is like we have to get known to each other, and we have to do this in the middle of a season, and so that was the reason, but nothing else.
Nick Purewall.
Hi Thomas, thanks for your time. You said great news that N'Golo Kante's fit. You spoke briefly last night about how excited you are to work with him. Where do you see his best position? Because obviously he's played in loads of different roles in midfield, and he seems to fulfil them all well. But where do you think you'd best?
I think he's the strongest on the 6-6 in the center, in the heart of the game. Gives him a little bit more freedom than he plays a 6, what he can do. But I like he's for me not his strength is not to be the to care. Turn it around. For me, he's a 6 because we can use his energy, and we can use his range, his volume in his game, his ability to recuperate and recover balls everywhere on the pitch. For me, he's a guy who is a big helper for everybody, with a big potential, with a mentality of a helper, of a water carrier, but at the same time a world-class player who played a crucial role in the World Cup win for France, and that's why it's super important to have him. And for me, the 6 is the best role for him, because it gives him a bit more freedom than he plays the 6, which demands a bit more discipline on the position and maybe cuts his wing a little bit, but I'm sure he could also play there.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more in this section, then we're going to move on to the dailies and finish with Sundays. Carrie, one question for you, and then we'll go to Raphael from Germany Sky.
Hi Thomas, Carrie here from BN Sports. I have to ask you 2 questions in one then, apologies. Just to follow up from Lindsay's question, your assurance to fans then that the academy players that Frank has showed such faith in won't be punished. You know, Mason Mount was captain in the match before we'd started in the last 10, created more chances than any other player. There's some concern. We know it's not, that it was a punishment. Of course, we know when it's not. And I'd like to get your opinion on Billy Gilmour, because we know how much you like the metronome in defensive midfield, the Verratti style play. Everyone very excited about him as a player, some concern he could go out on loan. Your assessment of all that, please.
Of Mason and Billy.
Yeah, and why you chose to leave.
It was just, I wanted like I said, I can only repeat, I wanted to take the weight off their shoulders. Of course, when I told them they're absolutely sure they can handle the weight, okay, I have no trust issues, but I wanted to give the responsibility in this special moment to a bit more experienced players, and have them in hand to be have them in hand to have strong guys also from the bench. There is nothing to worry about. I like what I see from Mason so far, from his personality that I get to know now since 3 days, is amazing. Such a nice guy, such a competitive guy, such a lot of talent, and the most important, every game I watched so far, he leaves his heart on the pitch. He cares for Chelsea like 100%, and he gives the 100% he has every time he plays, and this is the best basis for a big development. And I'm very, very happy to have him around, and I will not stop pushing him, and I will not stop guiding him, and I will not stop trusting him. This is absolutely nothing to worry about. For Billy, the same in a different personal moment for him, because he didn't play the biggest role like Mason did in the last week. So maybe the decision yesterday for Mason was the toughest, and we spoke about this in person. And for Billy, I have a good impression. He is a very strategic guy. Very, very high level of game understanding. Very, very, very good in the first contact. Very, very clever in positioning. We see if he has the physical level on highest, or if he can compete in the center of the field, in the most physical league in the world. We will see that, but he is super quick. He is super fast with his feet, super fast in decision making, and very, 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 very good in positioning, like I said. So for me, we have right now 22 field players available, play in 3 competition. There is absolutely no need that we have to get rid of players.
Last question in this section, Raphael from Sky Germany.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you say. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent,
Suck me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. In the blackened eyes, make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Suck me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
To a life can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try splitting me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blown me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat. I might get convicted. They know how I move. It was predicted. Persistent. Spoken into existence. So consistent. No assistance. Hear me once become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be speaking this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. What's going on, fellows? Still sleepy? Or already at work? What is going on, people? Everything all right? Good, good. So we're gonna be here for a little while to give you the opportunity to talk, express yourself, tell us what you think about everything that's going on right now, regardless of the team you support. Okay? So get into the comment section or pick up the phone and let us know. All right. Okay, people. So yesterday, Tuchel TT official came up with a statement, very difficult. So if you want to comment about the statement, you can come and tell us what you think, if your mind changed after reading the statement. So he started by saying, this one is the most difficult statement I have ever had to write, and it is one which I hoped I would not need to do for many years. I am devastated that my time at Chelsea has come to an end. Continues, this is a club that I felt at home, both professionally and personally. Thank you so much to all the staff, players, and the supporters for making me feel very welcome from the start. The pride and joy I felt at helping the team to win the Champions League and the Club World Cup will stay with me forever. I am honored to have been a part of this club's history, and the memory for the last 19 months will always have a special place in my heart. All right. So that's the statement there, and people of course reacted emotionally because it's an emotional statement. So nice thing to do from him. Some people say that I started already the healing process, and then this kind of brought them to square one. But listen, I think he needed to do this. He did it, and life goes on. You're not gonna take all this away from him because he won it all. So that's the way it is. So people, feel free to join us, and feel free also to give us a like. The more likes, the more people are gonna join us in the show, and the more energy it's gonna give me to keep up with this show. Okay. So I depend on you. I'm here for the people to answer to your questions and give you the opportunity to talk. So if you don't participate to the debate or anything, and then the show is gonna be very short, you know. So that's the way it is. So comment from Thomas Tuchel. People can let us know what they think about this statement, and after that we can also discuss about some other issues, some other situations. Graham Potter's pictures already released by Chelsea official website, some of the pictures that he took lately. So I don't know if they're gonna be allowed even to have a press conference before the game. The game is on Wednesday for the Champions League, and this weekend, I don't know, Saturday or something for Liverpool game. So I think Liverpool are gonna have like 1 day extra to prepare, because they're gonna have their Champions League game on Tuesday, tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but yeah, I think they're gonna have their game on Tuesday, and we're gonna have our game on Wednesday, and we have to play on Saturday against them in the Premier League. It's not fair. 24 hours make a big difference when it comes to recovery for players, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We play home. We play against a team on paper, a team that we can beat, a beatable team. But how many beatable teams beat us at the bridge? So it doesn't mean anything. But let me just throw it right there. Let me just throw that. So we can afford to rotate the team and keep a strong team also against Liverpool. Therefore, we have to kill the game as earlier as possible against Salzburg in the Champions League. You beat them 3-4-5, why not? And then the second half, you try to manage the game, take some key element out to keep them fresh. Yeah. So most of the time, we don't make changes at Chelsea Football Club because we don't kill games off. You know, we struggle until the last second, literally protecting 1-0, and because anything can still happen. So many times, you know, last season or this season that we just dropped point the last second of the added time, like 96th minute, and the game over because 1-0, nobody finishes our chances and all that. All right, people. So like I said, let me repeat myself. I'm here for you. Woke up 3 o'clock in the morning today to prepare this show, just so I can give people the opportunity to talk. So if you don't participate to the conversation, and then what the point of me being here? And then I'm gonna just go social media, double check what is happening, give you overall headlines, and then leave. All right. In the meantime, welcome to Mr. Graham Potter. Yeah, we got already some pictures. And something else we can discuss is about Cristiano Ronaldo, because we heard all kind of versions telling us that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the reasons why Todd Boehly and Thomas Tuchel didn't agree. But it's more than that. It's about the communication. What I heard is about, tell me the why. Explain to me, and not like, okay, don't question my job. It's black or white. No, I want to know. I don't know anything about soccer. Can you explain to me what's going on? No, I don't want to talk to you, kind of. I'm like, I paid $4 billion for this club. This is my club. I have the right to know at least what's going on. But, of course, theories and narratives are going to be there. You're not going to change anything. People make stories, but not only that, because if it was just for Cristiano Ronaldo and then they were not going to be... So they were not going to be backing somebody like, Aubameyang. That means they are over the Ronaldo issue. That's why they accepted to move on and listen to the manager. I mean, they try, regardless of what you're going to say. But if you look at the transfer, if you look at expensive transfer that they had, if they had an idea of, let's go get a young manager somewhere, new ideas, and build a team, probably they were going to get rid of Thomas Tuchel before the transfer window so they can have somebody else. And I think if it was Graham Potter already, I think it was not going to be the same kind of transfer. I don't think he was going to sign Koulibaly, 31 years old, Aubameyang, 33 years old, Raheem Sterling and all that. I think another manager was going to come up with a new list. So backing the manager means you give him probably not everybody that he wanted, but the majority. So if, it's very contradictory here, but we can direct the debate to fit our narratives. But if you look at it, there is something that we don't know. We're just going to the sentiment of Todd Boehly sacked a coach that was successful for 4 months and won us everything. So that sentiment is gonna just blind every fair judgment to anything here. You know what I mean? So Ronaldo, if Todd Boehly is gonna impose Ronaldo to Graham Potter, I don't know, but Potter is somebody who can work very good with Aubameyang, and he will for sure develop Armando Broja 100%. So I don't think Romano or Ronaldo is going to come to Chelsea, and that news is from Romano, not Ronaldo. So he said that in his understanding, at this moment, Ronaldo might not be coming in January, but you never know. Ronaldo is also about business. Boehly is looking at the business side of the story too. You can criticize him for getting involved and all that, but at the end of the day, if somebody spent $4 billion to buy a club and he need that some kind of money because it's investment, this is not pocket money from Abramovic anymore. He need some return on investment, some profit from what he's doing, and he need to pay your salaries too. So everything needs to be taken into consideration here, because Ronaldo also is not a bad player. He's gonna bring you goals. So that's why sometimes you have to compromise, okay? Compromise something to get something else. That is part of life. Not always no, or yes all the time. Probably need to find some balance between the no and the yes. So Ronaldo is not only in terms of business, but also business is very important. If you call yourself big club, rich club, the money need to come from somewhere. Somebody need to produce money. So money can't be an enemy of football because they go together. You don't have money, you don't buy players. You don't pay your manager 10 million a season if you don't have money. So somebody need to produce money. So if somebody like Ronaldo or Christian Pulisic are going to produce money and people seeing it as the evil things that never happen, and then you don't know how business works, my friend, because money need to be made to pay them. Okay? So even if the manager refuses somebody because he doesn't rate him, but that person can still give you something on the pitch and also give you a lot of money in return so you can afford to pay the so-called world class that you have already in the team. And then it's all good, because not everybody's supposed to be a general in the army, right? Some people need just to be a normal soldier. So football, business, TV, all go together. So don't see it as, oh, this is a business by why Christian Pulisic, why such and such, because somebody needs to make money the end of the day so you can afford to pay people. But Romano said that as far as he's concerned, Ronaldo is not in the discussion yet. I don't think we're gonna need Ronaldo. Aubameyang making me think that the Josko guy from Leipzig, it might not really be our target, because Porter knows how to develop players. With Levi Colwill that he really wanted at Brighton, and with this guy here, Ethan Ampadu, he will surprise people. He can still be molded as a centre back or as a midfielder. So still room to improve. 21 years old or 20, I don't know, I forgot. Still young. Graham Porras loves to work with young men. So I don't think we're gonna see another 80 million defender or striker anytime soon at Chelsea. I think we're going for what we got and a cheaper one and develop them. Look at even the way he's getting something out of Dunk. Dunk is somebody that people love to like, you know, banter and mock him. The way he walks, the way he is tall. But look at him. Look at him under Porter. Look at Webster. They sold somebody, another defender, to Newcastle. I forgot his name. But they're still good. Like, they can sell people and still develop what they already got and make them even better. Ben White. Look at Ben White. They bought him, I don't know, from a League A or Championship somewhere. They developed him. 50 million Arsenal. Boom. So I don't think really Mr. Porter is a kind of guy that will go and spend 75 million on Fofana kind of deal. I think this time he will surprise many people, which is not gonna be easy to convince Chelsea fans online, because that's not what we do. We are Chelsea. We buy finished article. We are not academy thing. Look at the video here already out. First word from the boss. I hope I don't get copyrighted. So yeah, the video is out there. Pictures are out there from Chelsea. The new era start now. Join the pot. Get into the pot. Join us. Join the movement. And let's support the new guy. It's not gonna be an easy one. It's not. There are very big shoes to fit, though. Huge one. Because somebody who won the Champions League, the comparison is gonna be always there. So coming with no experience in a big club and all that is gonna create more pressure. He already sucked He's been sacked like 1,000 times already online. He's already trending, Porter out. Without even one word, without even kicking the ball, he's already out. So this guy is coming here with a biased opinion from online, overseas, us, foreigners. Looking at him with I told you moment, waiting for him to fail so we can say, why did we suck? We made a mistake by sucking somebody else. So we are waiting. We are ready. Our guns is ready. The first defeat is going to be tough, you know. The first defeat is going to be very, very tough. Because everybody is going to be referring to Thomas Tuchel. Every kick off the ball, why did you sack the other guy? So it's kind of, you can't win. It's already a lose-lose situation, which is good because you lost already. So what do you have to lose anymore? Nothing. So yeah, his first interview is already there. If you want to go and double check, I don't have the copyright yet to this image, so I'm not going to put it live here. Might be copyrighted, so Mm-hmm. All right, people, send your questions and be part of the show. Give me some energy, like, subscribe, and all the good stuff, you know. So the new boss is here. We have just to support him.
My career, I suppose, has gone forward, and I had a great time in Sweden and come back to the UK and had fantastic experiences, and it's just nice to be able to take the next step and to be able to work with an exciting group of players that we have here and compete at the top, you know, try and create a winning team, and that's a fantastic opportunity for me. It's an amazing history, fantastic tradition, historic football club. I mean, grown up with the fantastic teams of Chelsea of the modern era. So it's you don't have to walk around the place here and you see the pictures, you see the trophies, you see the names. It's incredible, and it's a huge honour, like I said, for me to be part of that now. It's about creating a team that competes, that has respect for each other, that is honest, that works together. So it's a combination of, I would say, football and human values that we try to work with. I think you have to understand that they're human beings first, and the key thing is to try to understand them, understand what motivates them, and understand what they're like as people, and then to try to, from that, try to come to some common ground, to try to build relationships, to try to communicate effectively on a daily basis, and build respect, build trust, build honesty. And so my starting point was always be the person first. I had a football career that I was very fortunate to have, that gave me loads of opportunities, loads of experiences. And then my education after retiring, I suppose, gave me a chance to put that into some theory, you know, to put some context to the experiences. Challenges abroad meant that I could widen my thoughts on myself, on life, on football, which was a fantastic experience for me. So all those challenges, all those experiences, I think, shape you as a human being. They make you grow, they make you develop. I always think that in order to get better, you have to take a little step outside of what's comfortable. And our job as coaches is to provide the players that opportunity to do that. Everybody wants to improve, everybody wants to compete, everybody wants to be part of something, and I think our job is to try and create that environment where that's possible. I had a young family, and they gave up a lot to come over, and it wasn't exactly Barcelona or Monte Carlo. It was Östersund up in the northern part of Sweden, but I think that's what life is about. Life's about taking risks. It's about doing something that's a bit outside of what you're comfortable with, because then it allows you to grow and develop. And I'm forever grateful and thankful for that experience I had. It made me a better person, made me a better coach. And yeah, it's made me who I am today. So it was an incredibly powerful experience, and one I'm so grateful for. When we took over at Brighton, the team had just finished 4th from bottom, I think. Played a certain style that Chris had done a fantastic job keeping them in the Premier League, and the remit was to bring the age of the squad down, was to change the playing style and to align the recruitment together with winning football matches in the Premier League. And everybody will know that it's the toughest league in the world. It's if you want to talk about how you can keep your message going forward, if you want to talk about how to convince people that you're on the right path, it's winning. And when you're sort of down the bottom, or you're fighting for that position and you're trying to develop the club, that's the challenge, I think. So we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot in the Premier League. You learn a lot about what you can deal with, about the ups and downs of it, about how you have to take responsibility all the time when things aren't going well. But I think we can use the experiences in a really good way, and we're a lot stronger and a lot better for them. Surreal, hectic, a whirlwind, exciting, amazing. A little bit of sadness, of course, because you're leaving some good people, but very, very happy and excited to meet some new people. So, whole range of emotions, but overall, I would have to say, really, really happy and very proud. It's one of those places that fills you with incredible excitement when you come as an away team. The crowd are always very, very passionate. They're always getting behind the home side. It's a really, really tough place to play. So I'm looking forward to being on the other end of that and getting that support with the team, because it's amazing. The atmosphere is fantastic, and it's something I'm really looking forward to. Very nice, yeah, very nice. Very nice view, that's the main thing. See the grass, and yeah, just getting my bearings, to be honest. The whole place is one of those things you just have to get your head round, and it'll get better as we're here longer.
All right, people, so listen, this is I think you heard the first word from the new Chelsea boss, Mr. Graham Potter. I think it's time to put our agendas away and support the guy. It's not going to be an easy task for somebody like him. Coming already with a lot of people didn't want to see him. So need to work 100 times harder than anybody else before even convincing one person. But listen, we're going to be here. We're going to support the manager. And the future is bright. The future is bright. So welcome, Mr. Potter, and goodbye, Mr. Thomas Tuchel. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see if there is another news there that I need to repeat, or I need to report in the community. Keep liking, keep subscribing, get into the poll. Let me know what you think. Put a poll there. Who's gonna win tomorrow, Wednesday's game between Chelsea Football Club and Salzburg at the Bridge? Who's gonna win it? Do you think it's gonna be the first W for Mr. Potter, the magician, or you think nope, it's gonna be another loss and we're gonna ask for his head? We're gonna ask him to go already. So who's gonna win the game on Wednesday, people? Get in the comment. Let me know. So I think we talked about many topics already. Hakim Ziyech. Remember the tweet that Ajax sent to Chelsea Football Club when we signed Hakim Ziyech? Like, you have to believe in the magic. If you believe in the magic, good thing will happen to you. And I still remember when people went crazy online and we got the magician, the best player in the entire world, but now nobody wanna see him anymore. Apparently he's flopped, and the worst thing that never happened to Chelsea. So when you ask for certain people to be signed by Chelsea Football Club, I think the minimum thing to do is just to allow those players to flourish, give them time, support them during tough moment. So that's the way it is. Support them and not always ask and bin them because they are not performing good. Immediately change. That is not the way it's supposed to be in football. A little bit of patience and context also need to apply. You know, system, positions, run of games, all that. So you have to know what you're doing instead of all the time. There's no player that will be always 100% every single game or every single season. It's gonna be up and downs, just like in our normal lives. You know, you are not 100% every single day. All right, what else? The Queen. Let's go to Ben Jacobs and see if he's talked something about Chelsea Football Club. So the EFL, you know, which is the Champions League, it's Championship, not the Champions League, because the Champions League was never suspended, but the Premier League and the other competitions in England took a day off for the Queen. So the EFL confirmed fixtures will return from Tuesday 13th of September, although postponement will be considered on a case-by-case basis. A minute of silence will be held before matches. Black arm band worn, flags down at half mast at stadium, and the national anthem played. Okay, it is what it is. In America, we play the national anthem in every single game. So if they can do it in England for this period of mourning, you have to respect country's traditions. That is their country, and they do whatever they want with their country. So in a case-by-case basis, that means if the police in that city are very busy for other event for the Queen or something, and then they might postpone it, just like the game between Chelsea and Liverpool. They might postpone it because no many police officers to ensure the security in stadiums and also for the funerals. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. But definitely on Wednesday, I think the game is going to go ahead in London. So I don't know. How are you going to feel if Chelsea postpone the game between them and Liverpool? How do you feel about it? Do you think it's the right thing to do? You think it's going to be beneficial for Chelsea or no? We have to play them because now is the right time to play. There's no right time to play Liverpool. They just said something about tactics or something. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So people are looking for success, looking for a way of living, but that is not what I do. So don't remind me anymore. Thank you so much. So thank you, man. Like, forget about it. I've never, you know, I might surprise you, but I never ever participate to any group on social media. Like, I'm not there. I don't have like WhatsApp. I don't have Twitter space. I don't have anything. I don't do those things. I just do here my YouTube. I give my opinion. That's it. Never insulted anybody. Never cursed. Never evil to anybody. Just give my common sense. But we are in the world of you have to copy and paste popular opinions and vibes and like buzzwords because people are repeating brown envelope and you have to jump. Like now everybody is emotional, right? Oh, look at emotion. So you have to go and show emotions for people to like you and say, I don't act. There are so many actress out there. I don't act. I'm just being me. I'm just being real, you know. So I don't want anybody to come here and remind me of people talking about me because they will never talk about me if I was a small. So I'm big. That's why. That makes you even stronger. I don't want to know the name. I don't want to hear anything. I don't watch them. I don't participate to anything of them. I do just my thing, my way. Let's go. And jealousy also is a lot. Like people just will hate you just because of the country you're coming from, or the color, your color, or that's it. That's what I am always trying to bring people together and say we are Chelsea. We are Chelsea. We're supposed to support the club and not individuals. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, so Porter is trending on social media. Your new Chelsea head coach, Graham Potter. Why not say our new head coach? Why are you saying yo? Because under Thomas Tuchel, it was like our gaffer. He's the guy. Why all of a sudden everything changed here? Like yo, what yo mean? Yeah, are you not part of? Are you not part of that? Because you know you remember 24/7, my gaffer, my manager, my thing. You know. But now it's yo. Yeah, he's mine. We have just to support the cause, support the guy. You know. Let's go. I'm African American too, but they don't like us being Chelsea fan. Well, I mean, they don't like us. That is their problems. Probably jealousy, you know how it goes. Jealousy and all that. They don't like us. Why? I don't know. It's a narrative. When the narrative is rolling and there's a stereotype against certain people. So I don't care. And please, like I said, please don't remind me of them talking about me. Let them talk. That's how how you become somebody. You are somebody, that's why they're talking about you. You know, if they don't talk about you, you have to be very worried, because that means nobody notice your work. They try to get success out of you. You see Nini FC, they take his videos and try to insult. Why can't you just create your own show, like create your own topic, come up with something, instead of come up and then say, oh, this guy is evil because he's supporting this and that. Hey, come here, look at me. I follow the popular opinion buzzword. I curse a lot. Yeah, this guy is trying to be against the gaffer. Look at that. Just because somebody say the truth about something doesn't mean that he's against something, you know? Everybody can see it. Everybody can tell that, hey, Kai Havertz is tired. He's not doing something. Put Broja. What's wrong with that? Mendy, you are giving away a lot of goals. Put Kepa there. What's wrong with that? You don't want to say that. You want to blame now Mendy, but you don't blame the person who brought Mendy into the team. So you don't tell that. You have to just deflect it, lie, and manipulate, because you don't want to touch a popular guy. And not because somebody is saying the truth about somebody that he's against that person. No, because they love that person more than you. You just praising and kissing asses and dragging him to the mud. That is the reason why he lost the job, because most people don't want to tell the truth, because the truth was there to be seen. Certain people were just applauding and applauding and applauding. You can't do any wrong. And the next thing you know is you are already in hell, because people are worshipping you and thinking that you are God. No, tell people the truth so they can improve. The truth is sign of love. Lying and being a cultist is evil, because you're gonna just put your guru into the pit of fire. You know, that's the way it is. In Porter we trust. Yeah, we're gonna have to give him time. It's not. I'm not into the stage of trusting. Like Porter, we trust because he's gonna do this and that. You have to do it actually to show me. Because remember when Thomas Tuchel took over at Chelsea Football Club, right? People said, oh, this is Christian Pulisic time, because he worked with him at Dortmund, you know, the theory, blah, blah, blah. The academy are going to have good time. People made theories and narratives that they don't even understand the truth about it. They make a story about how Thomas Tuchel promoted Christian Pulisic and all that. That is just story. He didn't promote him. Klopp did. Okay, and Thomas Tuchel worked with a lot of youngsters, but it doesn't mean that he promoted them. They were already there. Like at Dortmund, if you sign for Dortmund, you're signing to work with young players that they're gonna sell. So that is like the policy over there. Work with the youngsters or walk out. Don't even take the job, because they're not gonna give you any power to buy any player. They buy their own players, most of the time 16, 17, 18 years old. You work with them, you develop them. That is the business model over there. So working with young players doesn't mean you promoted young players or you like them, if that makes sense. So people came up with all kind of theories. Oh, look at how level he is. No, you found them there. Oh, Dembele, Aubameyang, they were already there. Dortmund will buy young players, period. Pulisic, oh, he's going to have enough playing time. He's going to be always number one in the shit. The first day, bench. Second day, bench. Third game, bench. Always bench. Oh, not given at all time. So since day one, the mind was already set towards certain players. They are just good for the squad, period. You can't play. So I'm saying this because so many people try to make theories that don't have any context or any proof. So to answer to your question, I can't trust somebody who just said, oh, I work good with youngsters. I trust in the human first, it's human being. All the good stuff that he said here, Mr. Porter, is what people want to hear in this moment. Now, it's up to you to show us that you meant it, You meant it. So, if you mean it, let's show it. Because he said all the good stuff here that people want to hear. But in reality, you will see that it's probably not the same. Not the same. It tells you what you want to hear in that time.
I'm only a head coach, It's the start of a really exciting period, I think. New ownership, who I was really, really excited with and impressed by. Firstly, as people, and then the vision for the club and what they wanted to do. Of course, the history of the club speaks for itself, but it's about trying to create that again in our own way. My career, I suppose, has gone forward, and I had a great time in Sweden and come back to the UK and had fantastic experiences, and it's just nice to be able to take the next step and to be able to work with an exciting group of players that we have here and compete at the top, try and create a winning team, and that's a fantastic opportunity for me. It's an amazing history, fantastic tradition, historic football club. I mean, grown up with the fantastic teams of Chelsea of the modern era. So it's you don't have to walk around the place here and you see the pictures, you see the trophies, you see the names. It's incredible, and it's a huge honour, like I said, for me to be part of that now. It's about creating a team that competes, that has respect for each other, that is honest, that works together. So it's a combination of, I would say, football and human values that we try to work with. I think you have to understand that they're human beings first, and the key thing is to try to understand them, understand what motivates them, and understand what they're like as people, and then to try to, from that, try to come to some common ground, try to build relationships, to try to communicate effectively on a daily basis, and build respect, build trust, build honesty. And so my starting point was always be the person first. I had a football career that I was very fortunate to have, that gave me loads of opportunities, loads of experiences. And then my education after retiring, I suppose, gave me a chance to put that into some theory, to put some context to the experiences. Challenges abroad meant that I could widen my thoughts on myself, on life, on football, which was a fantastic experience for me. So all those challenges, all those experiences, I think, shape you as a human being. They make you grow, they make you develop. I always think that in order to get better, you have to take a little step outside of what's comfortable. And our job as coaches is to provide the players that opportunity to do that. Everybody wants to improve, everybody wants to compete, everybody wants to be part of something, and I think our job is to try and create that environment where that's possible. I had a young family, and they gave up a lot to come over, and it wasn't exactly Barcelona or Monte Carlo. It was Östersund up in the northern part of Sweden, but I think that's what life is about. Life's about taking risks. It's about doing something that's a bit outside of what you're comfortable with, because then it allows you to grow and develop. And I'm forever grateful and thankful for that experience I had. It made me a better person, made me a better coach. And it's made me who I am today. So it was an incredibly powerful experience, and one I'm so grateful for. When we took over at Brighton, the team had just finished fourth from bottom, I think. Played a certain style that Chris had done a fantastic job keeping them in the Premier League, and the remit was to bring the age of the squad down, was to change the playing style and to align the recruitment together with winning football matches in the Premier League. And everybody will know that it's the toughest league in the world. It's if you want to talk about how you can keep your message going forward, if you want to talk about how to convince people that you're on the right path, it's winning. And when you're sort of down the bottom, or you're fighting for that position and you're trying to develop the club, that's the challenge, I think. So we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot in the Premier League. You learn a lot about what you can deal with, about the ups and downs of it, about how you have to take responsibility all the time when things aren't going well. But I think we can use the experiences in a really good way, and we're a lot stronger and a lot better for them. Surreal, hectic, a whirlwind, exciting, amazing. A little bit of sadness, of course, because you're leaving some good people, but very, very happy and excited to meet some new people. So, whole range of emotions, but overall, I would have to say, really, really happy and very proud. It's one of those places that fills you with incredible excitement when you come as an away team. The crowd are always very, very passionate. They're always getting behind the home side. It's a really, really tough place to play. So I'm looking forward to being on the other end of that and getting that support with the team, because it's amazing. The atmosphere is fantastic, and it's something I'm really looking forward to. Very nice, yeah, very nice. Very nice view, that's the main thing. See the grass, and yeah, just getting my bearings, to be honest. The whole place is one of those things you just have to get your head round, and it'll get better as we're here longer.
All right, so he talks about respect, he talks about winning, he talks about human being first. They are human beings that need to be considered a human. Respect, communication, winning. So everything that people want to hear, but he's not going to convince many people, though. It's always difficult to replace a popular guy, especially when you win a big trophy with a team. People always remember the big trophy, and they just don't care about you, what you're saying right now. So I don't really blame them, but slowly and surely, by playing beautiful football, proving people wrong, you know, narrative is gonna change when those youngsters start bowling and start winning some games here and then, yeah, the narrative is gonna change slowly and surely. It's not an easy task for him. It's a lose-lose situation at the beginning, but I'm gonna support whoever is there. I didn't sack the manager. I didn't hire Porter, so we are imposed certain decisions that you have no control over. You just there to accept whatever is gonna be imposed to you. So let me double check the other screen. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm having some issues with my call system here. I don't get any alerts in my stream. I think some people have been waiting there, but I can't hear anything. Let me try to fix it. Boom, boom, boom. I couldn't hear anything or see anything from them. Chelsea. Mr. Smart said that Chelsea will win 2-goal upward. I think Chelsea are going to win 4. I think Chelsea are going to win 4. No call today. Call here. The call is always open. If people don't want to call, and then it's not my problem. You know? So the call is you. You also can be part of the call. We don't have a panel here. We don't have people we just have people who just want to talk. You can't find the link. The link is always there, bro. That is not true. The link is always there. Always there, pinned on top there. Everybody been talking about it. It's been there for 2 hours. I don't believe you. The link is there. Everybody can see it. It's on top there, like it's on yellow. The first thing you see on the screen is that. You didn't just see it. You didn't check it. You just commented without even checking on it. I don't know. I'm having some issue putting it on YouTube. Give me a few more seconds here. Herbert, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw your new manager's interview today, and I think he was talking to Chelsea's, I think, channel only, like their people only. So, I mean, what I've judged by his way of talking and everything is that, like, he's not interested in, talking to the media or doing all this media, commitments. I felt like that way because, I don't know if it's just an English thing or just, it is personally with him only, but I mean, that's cool with me because with Ten Hag, I mean, his press conferences are finished in like 5 minutes. He will not give anything.
Like
I feel the same around. I feel around the same with Potter. Like, he's a bit more eloquent than Ten Hag because obviously he's English, but he doesn't want to, get into the details. He's just like, I just want to coach here and go back home. That's kind of what I got from him. But again, it's early times. I'm looking forward to your first game. I think it's against Salzburg. So we'll see how you guys play. Interesting to see, like, will he, like, change the formation? Will it be like the back three only? Because, the changeover from Tuchel to Potter has been rather quick and very unexpected as well. So will he, go for the tried and tested, or in this few days, was he doing anything with the team? So we'll see that as well. And I just saw, like, Romano's tweet about Guardiola. Basically, like, Chelsea are very much interested, but the next year, Man City will also be in there for bidding him. So it won't be easy next year for you to get.
Yeah. Listen, Mr. GP, listen, you are like a kid. You are like, baby, I'm going to take you out. I can't put a kid here without a parent. You need your parent there with you or your big brother or something. I don't know. So I'm going to take you off because I haven't... All the kids that I put through, I got some authorization from their families. I don't really put kid and expose kid on YouTube. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Next time, be with your parent before I put you through. So, yeah, when it comes to the Guardiola thing, I think... I don't see...
It's a club signing, isn't it?
I don't think Chelsea. I don't think Graham Potter is gonna want to spend that kind of money because he's a coach. Look at Dunk. Look at the guy that they sold to Newcastle. Look at Webster. He knows how to coach those people. Look at Ben White. Took him from the second division from.
Leeds.
From Leeds, and then look at Leeds. He went there on loan from they sent him on loan there actually, but they bought him like from League One or what league they got him. What the point I'm trying to make is like he's a king of like finding those germs and then developing them to the next level. We have Levi Colwill, who is there. And I think he might probably get somebody else from Brighton or from somewhere. I don't see it happening again. Those expensive players were wanted by Thomas Tuchel, Koulibaly, Fofana. He was very strict about who to get. Finished article, somebody who can produce now. But with Potter, long-term project, I think he's going to go more on low-key and develop them. So I don't think we're going to pay 100 million on Gvardiol. We have a young kid called Colwill, Levi, who is left-footed, almost the same. He's taller though. He's taller than Gvardiol guy, Josko. Not exactly the same kind of players because Josko, I think he can play in the midfield. He progresses the ball more than Levi, but I think Graham Potter can develop him, take him to the next level.
Yeah. I mean, look, I agree that he's a bit more of a coach. I think this is where the manager the owner has to appoint a DOF so that the manager can communicate with him. Otherwise, Boli, with his limited knowledge of football, he just want to spend money without knowing the consequences. So it is, imperative you guys appoint someone, who can connect the bridges between the manager and the owner. And, names are being thrown around. So, look, with United, there were clubs before Ten Hag came in, there were club signings like Pau Torres. We wanted to buy Pau Torres, but he wanted Sandro Martinez. So, there will be certain club signings, like Ronaldo and all these players, Guardiola, who, Chelsea want to sign, but the manager doesn't want them kind of players in his team. So that's where, the owner should just listen to the coach, because if he fails with those players which he wanted, then the owner can say, I gave what you want and you didn't perform, so you get sacked. So Boli has to, delegate the responsibility. He has to find some footballing people, like how it was under Roman. You had Marina and Czech and all those people. There was another guy, I can't remember his name, in 2016. I think he bought players I'm not remembering what he bought. He was an ex-Chelsea player as well. I don't remember that guy's name. Under Roman. 2000. Yeah, he was an ex-Chelsea player. I can't remember that guy's name. He was the DOF before Marina. So he did quite a good job as well.
The guy that, Emenalo, like Michael?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. Yeah, he did a decent job too. And he won the Premier League under Kante. So, let's see who you guys appoint, because I don't think Boli knows too much of football. He has a lot of wealth, but that doesn't guarantee, you're going to make right decisions. So you delegate that responsibility to someone who understands the game, who understands the European market and the, okay, fine. Even if if Boli knows, what kind of players are coming out of United States, he might not be aware of what's coming out of South America. Who can, you're buying 50, 60, 80, 90 million midfielders. Instead of that, you buy the next Kante. I read Onstein's article today. He was saying Kante wants a 4-year deal plus an additional year. So basically, he wants another 4 years on his deal, and he's expiring on 2023. But Chelsea are only willing to give him 2 + 1 years, and he doesn't want that. Now, in my opinion, you should not be bending towards Kante, because he is coming towards the end of his, peak. So a 3-year deal is enough, but he wants 4 + 1. So that's where you have to listen to the coach. If he says, I don't want Kante, I want to develop Billy Gilmour, who can have a year in Brighton. So look, Kante is a good player, but I think every Chelsea fan will accept that he is getting more and more injury prone. And even if he is good, if he can't play 70% of the season, what's the point? Instead, give some youth academy a chance or buy another player. So I think that's where a DOF has to come.
Say it again.
That's where a DOF has to come. You have to appoint a DOF.
Exactly. That's why we need to appoint somebody as soon as possible. But it looks like every target that we are looking for right now, they're still busy with their current team, so they don't want to come immediately to Chelsea. Some issues. So we have Luis Campos, who is at PSG at the moment, but it's going to be difficult. Edwards, I think Michael Edwards or something like that, used to be at Liverpool. He want to take a sabbatical out of football. We tried everything. And the guy from Monaco also. Man, I don't know. It's complicated, but we're getting stuff.
Who would have been good for Chelsea? I didn't look. If he wasn't at United, I think Rangnick would have been very good at Chelsea, because Chelsea is actually a football club and they care about their football, unlike United, who just wants to flex their popularity and their power. But Rangnick at Chelsea, I think it would have been very good, because he knows these kind of players who are in their early 20s and they want to take up the step up. So they won't cost 80-90 million. If say Nkunku was at Chelsea, he's 23 and he was top scorer behind Lewandowski and I think someone else last season, Holland. So that kind of players Rangnick would have done well at Chelsea. And he has the Leipzig connection as well. He has built the whole Leipzig group. He has obviously coached at Moscow. So he's a well-respected guy, but his reputation went away with United because he suggested that we need an open heart surgery. And that didn't go well with Glazers. So they sacked him. So, someone like that who knows, not...
I don't know if he's going to accept to do It went
Yeah,
busy
obviously
with
not
the
now.
national team at the moment.
He's at Austria, isn't he?
Austria national team, so probably. But he can still combine, like, because for
he wanted to do
coaches,
part-time with United.
Yeah, you can travel all over the world, watch some games, monitor certain names, because you're a national team coach. You only have, like few weeks with your national team. The rest of the year, you are just traveling and watching games and all that. So you can have another part-time job somewhere. But I think Chelsea are looking for somebody who is like committed 100% on the job, 24/7. You have a lot of connections and prepare everything on time. So I don't know, but we really need.
Look, I agree with one thing which you said. Like, I remember you said, like, Boli is looking into this youth project, and that's why he's buying players like Chukwuemeka and all these players at young age.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not just buying because they are young, because he looks at them and say, like, in 4 years they can be converted into a good, asset. Like, I can buy Chukwuemeka for 18 million, and within 4 years if he does well, I can sell him for 60.
Yeah.
So there looks like a plan in it, but and even Fofana as well, he's like 22, 23. So if Real Madrid come calling in 4 years, you can obviously sell him for what you bought.
Yeah.
So there is some pathway to it, but at the same time, players like Billy Gilmore and Luke Coville and all these players, who have been at the club and they haven't got a fair chance. So,
no, yeah.
I read this today as well. Like, Tuchel didn't wanted Billy Gilmore in his plans, but Boli wanted him. So clearly, like, he likes those youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see what we do. And
Boli wants.
Boli wants to, like, he has a plan in his mind, but I'm not sure he's the right person to, build on it. He needs to, have right people around him.
Mm. Yeah, he has a project, but Thomas Tuchel also had his own ideas. He just want to win. He's a big manager, top manager. He earned the right not to waste his time with youngsters and developing people anymore. It's not a bad thing. That's the way he sees football. Doesn't mean, some people are just good with youth. Some other people, they don't care because for one reason or another, and I don't want to waste my time. I want to work for my CV. It's all good. It's not criticizing somebody there. But it's clear that Thomas Tuchel is looking for finished article. I want to win now. Just like us fans on social media. We want to win at any cost. I don't care about how much you're going to spend. Just go there, get me a player, and then I'm going to win something. But for owners who invested $4 billion not long ago, they see also the business side of everything. They are thinking about building a stadium, and they might be thinking, listen, now if we buy those 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, if we develop them, in the few years to come when we are building the stadium, we don't have to spend more money on players. We can focus all the money on building the stadium because we already have a strong team. So let's say we spend 100 million on a big name. Let's go get Maradona or Pele somewhere. Spend all the money on that big name because we already have the foundation. Everything is done. So people don't see from different perspective. They don't see from the billionaire view of the club. They just want, go there, sell everybody, buy everybody. They don't know the process. Selling somebody, you need somebody to buy them. Like you need a buyer if you want to sell something. And if you want to buy expensive players, you need money. And now we don't have somebody who is giving us free money anymore. Somebody need to produce money somewhere. So when people complain about Christian Pulisic was bought for commercial reason, Cristiano Ronaldo, you buying him for shirt only, we don't care, we care about such and such. Think about where the money is coming from. So people don't see those little details because we are fans. We don't care where the money is coming from. We care about winning. So but the owner is thinking from a business perspective. He might be thinking, listen, with Ronaldo, my brand is going to explode overnight. More visibility for my for the international audience, more TV revenues. more commercial opportunities open here because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Probably he's 37, 38. He won't score a lot of goals, but in the short period of time, it's going to take my brand or my investment to the next level. So people don't see those little things. They're just black or white. Oh, he's old. The gaffer don't want him. Get him out. Where the money is coming from to pay your gaffer 10 million a season. That's where you have somebody need to make money somewhere. So it's difficult to explain to people how football and business works together. It's not that black or white, but it's even useless to explain to people because they think money need to come from heaven because it's Abramovic, unlimited fund. That's the way it is.
I mean, you mentioned football and business, and I'm automatically thinking what Atletico Madrid are doing with Griezmann. And that is so booky, man. Like, you know that they have a clause like in Griezmann's contract. Like, if he plays more than certain minutes, then Atletico Madrid has to give 40 million to Barca. So what they are doing is like, they are bringing him after 60 minutes, so they don't meet that requirement. And Barca are going to do a case. They are prepared to sue Atletico Madrid because they're doing purposefully, apparently. So, look, business and football, it does work. But as fans, at least as United fans, like, we are like the third most valuable club in the world behind Barca and Madrid. I saw that like 2 days back. It was published on some website. It said like United are worth $5.4 billion. And Madrid was first and followed by Barca and then United. I think Chelsea was like some sixth or seventh around that. Not sixth. I think it was not in the top 5. And you guys won the Champions League. That just shows, United can go without a title for 10 years, a Champions League for more than 15 years, and we can still generate this amount of money. And on top of that, Glazers take 11 million on dividends. So, that is the kind of, business model which United employ, They don't put any of their own money. This is to remember, because Glazers don't invest. They just invest the club's money. They don't invest from their side. And they have never invested from their side because they bought the club on debt. But with Boli paying 4 billion for Chelsea, obviously at certain point, you would be wanting return on investments because that's what you promised the investors.
Exactly.
So if Cristiano makes $30 million a year via short sales and sponsors, that's a tick mark for Boli in his checkbook. So,
exactly.
But at the same time, that is not what Potter would be concerned about. If Potter doesn't want Ronaldo at his club for footballing reasons, that fans should understand as well.
Yeah, that's the problem. The conflict with managers, most of the time they think like us fans. They think about winning because I'll be judged on winning. And with Ronaldo, he's not going to track back. He's not gonna help us defensively. He might score goals. I don't see him such and such. That's why somewhere you have to compromise. Somebody need to compromise and say, you know what? Let's do what is good. What the balance out of this is. Graham Potter, you are getting paid also because you will be paid, and your bonuses also might be coming from the Ronaldo sale. So let's compromise and say Ronaldo is not gonna play every single game. Let's find some positivity instead of just seeing the best side of, for example, his attitude or whatever. He doesn't want to come off, and let make him sit down and explain to him, Mr. Ronaldo, you are 37 years old. I'm going to have to protect you against yourself. Therefore, you're going to have to understand that you're not going to play every single game. We have to win games as a group. You have to accept certain role in certain games. Let's do it. You compromise something in order to get something out of people. And just like Graham Potter here said that, I think that you have to understand that they are human beings first. The way we've been treating people lately is just like there are certain people who don't even talk to the manager for months or whatever, just because the relationship is so bad. They are human beings. They have emotions, and when you come to the media and say that you are a super sub or you are crap and have been proven right because the quality is not there, and the same players are going to produce the same result, and then you forget that they are human beings, they have feelings too. So I think you have to find a balance here. You have to find a balance between them as human beings.
Yeah.
The business side of thing and also the football side, and you mix things together for the good of the club.
Yeah, I mean, look, your like all your best players. I mean, if you exclude Thiago Silva and let's say even Koulibaly, all your players, the good players and the players you can build a core around are less than 25 years of age. Chilwell is 25, Mount is less than 25, Cucurella, Fofana, Reece James, Havertz. So you have already you got a bit of core where you can build. I think even Mendy is less than 30 as well. So I mean, look, Kepa is younger than Mendy, but I don't think. Let's see what happens. I was seeing certain people wanting Kepa in goal because how he plays out from the back and he could fit into the Chelsea system with Potter as coach. So we'll see that. But look, I mean, I think just Chelsea needs a couple of players who are willing to take the step up. They don't need players like a 37-year-old Ronaldo who wants to win now. You are in a project. You are in a transition phase with the manager and players. And I mean, I won't say it's like an Arsenal because Arsenal was very bad when Arteta took over. At least Chelsea has a Champions League winning squad. So I think Potter will do well. I just hope he gets the right people around him because I think after he sets his philosophy in the group, like I want to play with the ball, I want to dominate possession, then he can buy players accordingly. Unlike Tuchel, who I don't think even till now Chelsea fans know, apart from defending, what is his style of play. So look, within what is it?
Nobody want to mention that though. In the Chelsea community, you don't mention that because you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Within 6 games, I think within 6 or 7 games, every United fan knows how Ten Hag wants to play.
Exactly.
Granted, we are not playing. Yeah. Yeah, we can see when our first 11 plays how we want to play. Granted, we haven't played it yet. Like we are still playing a counter-attacking style of football, but we know how we want to play. And that's what Potter has to do. And then he will recommend signings. Say if he doesn't want Mendy in goal because he's not good with his feet. He wants to buy someone from the, Spanish league
we already
or
have
Italian
somebody.
league.
In that one, we already have a goalkeeper who is Mendy and Kepa combined. Kepa is somebody who can only play with his feet, but also awful. Like he even gave more balls away than Mendy, but people forgot because it was a long time ago and Mendy took over. But they are all terrible on distribution. But because of Mendy being really poor lately, so people went back to Kepa again.
Would you agree if he says like I want to sell Mendy, I want to buy the Brighton goalkeeper? What is his name? I think because he's very good with the ball. He's very good with the ball.
That guy's got some, I don't know, it looks like a Spanish Spanish name or something like that. But yeah, he's very good. I know. I was even watching him last night and I was thinking myself,
Roberto Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez, somebody. Yeah, that's that.
He's very good.
He's very good with playing from the back bar. We already have somebody from Chicago Fire. Mr. Slonina, Gaga, that guy, watch his highlight. He is so good. Like they call him Neuer here because he can play the ball. He can even come in the middle of the field just to tackle. So he takes a risk, which is good, but still kids still need to learn. And the MLS is different than the Premier League, but it's a goalkeeper in the goalkeeping position. Where you play, if you are good, because you're gonna have the same kind of shot on target and all kind of goals that you have to save. So that guy, he's only 19 years old. We bought him not long ago, but we're gonna leave him there until January. That guy is the future of Chelsea Football Club. He's tall, imposing, very good shot stopper, very, very vocal leader. He dominates the box very good. Distribution is in another level in his age. So imagine if he comes and then work with Graham Potter's staff, because he brought also the goalkeeper's coach with him. Everybody there. I think he's going to take that Gaga to the next level. So instead of...
I hope so. Yeah.
Instead of going to get Sanchez there, probably he's gonna work with what we got already. We have so many goalkeepers, but Mendy need to watch out. If he decide to sell Mendy, I don't mind. Goodbye. Kepa is somebody that we can't really sell at the moment. That guy, we gave him 7 years contract. 7. And he's on a crazy, ridiculous amount of money. The most expensive or the well-paid goalkeeper in the world. And then
I don't think he's the well-paid. I think De Gea is the most well-paid because he's on 350.
De Gea is on 300.
Kepa is on 270.
Right. The most expensive is cool, but the well-paid one is De Gea. But I think he's coming right behind De Gea. So imagine we wanted to pay 75% of his salary so he can go to Napoli. And then Napoli said no. Like, it's still a lot of money for us to pay.
A lot of money,
So that's why he's in the team. I wanted him to go and enjoy his football somewhere else, and then probably try to go to the World Cup if he performs good. But he decided to stay because he didn't want to take any kind of pay cut or salary. He didn't want to compromise on his salary. So why should I feel sorry for you even if you are on the bench? Because if you really care about your career, and then you are going to take some, sacrifices financially, and then go play football somewhere else. So, I can't wait to see Gaga, man. I want Gaga, and we have Bergstrom. Bergstrom is another very good goalkeeper that we have on loan in the championship. Baxter also a very good goalkeeper. We have so many of them, but to make it to the Chelsea team is not an easy task, but I would trust Gaga.
I mean, look, isn't it ironic? Like, the most expensive goalkeeper and the most well-paid goalkeeper don't start for Spain. One of them. Yeah, because Simon starts, isn't he? Yeah.
Very, very strange. Yeah. Marina, I'm reading some comment in the chat here. Marina, I think you are trolling me. You said Porter to win us the chair. I know what you mean. You're just being sarcastic. I've seen you leading already the bus, and you're leading the movement of Porter. We're going to the championship. You told me the other day that welcome to the championship. Porter is also willing to build the team on Jorginho. What news do you have? Your grandmother works at Chelsea Football Club or something? You have your sources tell you? People are speculating. A lot of speculations about it. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, only 2 days to go until we see what he's going to try to do in the Champions League first game. Building the team around Jorginho, I don't know, man. For me, everybody got a chance. Second chance here. I'm not going to judge Jorginho, not going to judge anybody. Just give them a chance. Probably he knows how to use Jorginho differently. I don't want to see him using him as our defensive midfielder. Because somebody who's supposed to defend, you have to defend. Put some tackles. You need some pace. You need some energy. You know what I mean? You need some defensive skill. But Jorginho has none of that. He's good on distributing and recycling the ball all the time, short passing and try to suck the opposition to us. You know what I mean? Control the tempo and all that. But if you are our defensive midfielder, it shouldn't be Jorginho. So if Graham Potter coming with a new idea and say, you know, Jorginho, I'm going to push you a little bit back, forward, so somebody need to sit back. You do this and that. Play more direct, not always sideways to look where Reece James or Chile are. I want you to play through balls, through the middle, and let's see how it goes. Probably Jorginho is going to be fine in that role. I think you also need to blame people who are playing him in that role. I think he could be better, a little, away from our line, our back. Because every time he makes a mistake or every time the opposition put a physical guy around him, he's out the game. And he's going to cause a lot of KO already because he's like the last line of defense, before actually defenders. So if you don't help the defense, you put us immediately under a lot of pressure. We might pay for it immediately. But if you make those mistakes in the opposition box, we still have time to correct the mistake before it becomes a goal. So if Graham Potter is going to use Jorginho in another way, another more productive way, I don't mind building around him. I don't think it's going to build around him, but he might get another chance. Another chance doesn't mean they're going to build the team around you. And I don't know where your information is from. You can give us your source because I don't know. I don't have any source. I just check on what is happening from big or from sources online. So let's continue reading here from the boss, Graham Potter. From that, try to find some common ground. Try to build relationships. To try to communicate efficiently. Communication was broken down because there are certain players that we heard they can't even talk to the manager. It's always that way. So communication is very important. Effectively in a daily basis and build respect. Yeah, you have to respect the player. You don't respect the player, nah. And then you're not going to get anything from that player, all right? So respect is very important here. Trust and honesty. Yeah, you have to be honest. If Hakim Ziyech want to leave, Christian Pulisic want to leave, let them go. Don't force them to play because they are not going to play, okay? Nobody is bigger than my club. You don't want to be there? Get out, go. So many starting point will always be the person first. Person first. Person first. Human being first. Respect. That is very, very important. So people, this guy here said that the key here is to sell dead weight as fast as possible before they get you sacked. Learn from Frank Lampard. Dead wood. You have to sell dead wood. Like I said, before you sell somebody, you need a buyer. And also, a dead wood in one regime could be a living wood in another regime. Another person junk is one person junk is another person treasure. So he needs just to give them a chance and see who is really a dead man, a dead wood, because dead wood is overrated is a term that people want to use, especially for people that they don't like. But dead wood, some people are just not dead wood. It's just because the system doesn't fit them, doesn't make them dead wood. When Thomas Tuchel took over, Rudiger was a dead wood. People wanted him out. And look at Rudiger. He became world class because we changed the system. We put him in the conditions that he feels more comfortable. So I think the so-called dead wood at Chelsea Football Club, they just need a chance to play football and judge them from there. So let's wait and see how the so-called dead wood are going to do if played in their natural positions in the right system. So before selling everybody, assessment probably needed here. Okay, people, so I'm gonna stay here for a little while. And like I said, I'm here for the people. So if people don't call, yeah, you got a point here. Chelsea need a lot of coaching because even Mason Mount is called deadwood at the moment. Kai Havertz is called deadwood. I don't know how. We bought a generational player who was scoring for fun in Germany because he was playing as a number 8, as a number 10 in a free role. Come to Chelsea, we impose him to be a number 9. And when you are number 9 and you don't get service in the system that don't allow even any striker to flourish, and then we have a problem here. So how other people or other teams manage to buy average players and make them world class, and we want to buy them, we want to go there and buy those players because they've been given a chance and developed. But at Chelsea we buy wonder kid, awesome players. They come to Chelsea and we make them dead wood. How that is possible? So we have to really double check what is the definition of dead wood and what is our coaching is. You know, Gordon, that's Gordon guy that Chelsea wanted to pay 60 million to Everton to get him. Only 6 months under Frank Lampard. The guy is in another level. Last season, nobody even heard about him. But somebody took time, a short period of time, developed him. You want to go there and spend 60 million? Come on, people. Why can't we just give our own, like Harvey Vale, a chance to... Why can't we just develop him in 6 months, just like other people did for their players? So that's the problem we have here. It's that buy. You have diamonds in your own backyard. Can you polish them? Why all of them are just bad? How that is possible? When we bought Hakim Ziyech, everybody was happy. We got the missing piece, the magician, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, he's not good enough. Sell him right now. He's not good enough. Have you ever asked yourself what position he's playing from? Okay? What system he's playing? What made him the magician at Ajax to begin with? Those little questions that people need to ask themselves before making theories. So coaching is lacking at Chelsea Football Club. We need to coach and we need to treat people as proper human being. They are human being first. Okay, what else here, people? I'm going to have to leave very, very soon. I've been reading some quote from Graham Potter. He want to find some common ground with the players. So I think we should just give him a chance, you know. Give him a chance to fail or to succeed. He needs time, but he's going from a very, very tough situation, a losing positions already, because people want to see him fail. So there is nothing you can do about that, my friends. Nothing you can do about it. Chelsea have released a few images from Graham Potter's first day, Thursday, at the head as a head coach. So hopefully we can have some press conferences very soon from different managers for the Champions League. I don't know if it's allowed to have it when the Queen is dead, but I can't wait the first interview, really. Oh, look at that. There we have it. Look at that already, man. Anthony Barry's still there. Look at the new boss. The new boss in town, people. Anthony Barry, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Looks like the boss is happy. Harry Potter is happy about Aubameyang. Listen, Pierre, you came here for Thomas Tuchel, but this is business. He's gone. Now it's time to focus on the team and score goals. The end of the day, you have unfinished business in the Premier League. Green Bailey say a number of candidates are under consideration for the director of football role at Chelsea Football Club, and talks have been held with Luis Campos. Campos is free to speak with other clubs as he does not have an exclusive contract with PSG. He doesn't have an exclusive contract with PSG, but he's not allowed to work with big clubs at the same time that he's working with PSG. So there is some clause in the contract that he's not totally the director of football of PSG, but he's going to help them. He still has another job with Celta Vigo, helping them over there, but he can't have another big team in Europe getting his services, unless if he ends the services that he's providing to PSG at the moment. I doubt about it, because he's the guy who's chosen the new manager, the new PSG manager. All the players that they have now, Vitinha and all that, it's him. So he's building a great team over there. I don't see how he's going to just leave all of a sudden and join Chelsea. This one is going to be very, very difficult, and unless if Todd Bowley really convinced him how he doesn't really need money, because Qatar can offer even more money than that. He didn't want to be like their sporting director. He wanted to be free. That's why he didn't take really the responsibility 100% at PSG. So I don't know. I don't really understand how this is gonna work. If Todd Bowley managed to get Campos, oh my goodness, that is gonna be the biggest signing so far. I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't know how he's gonna manage to sell him a project like Chelsea, and then he leaves PSG where he been there for month and month building a team. That is gonna be some really very good meal. Very good dinner somewhere. I'm telling you right now. Oh my goodness. So again, some pictures here. And there are some pictures from the training ground, which is good to see the new boss, our new boss, Mr. Graham Potter. I'm in. Listen, I'm going to support whoever works for my team. Probably not the first choice for many people, but he is there. There's nothing you can do to change it. You have just to support him. You can cry or whatever you want. Nothing is going to change, my friend. So you have to change. You know? Okay. How many minutes do I have? Yeah, few minutes to go, people. If you feel like calling very quickly, you do it now. Or I am going to leave. Arsenal for Life says Salzburg to win. Yeah, it's possible. Anything can happen in football, my friends. The last time, remember, we said that we're going to beat Dinamo Zagreb. What happened? They beat us. We have Brentford last season that came to the bridge and completely destroyed Chelsea. They completely destroy us. They score like 4-1 or something like that. Oh my goodness. We lost some stupid goals at some stupid games against also West Brom. They came to the bridge, completely destroy us. 5. So I'm not gonna be surprised if we lose, but I am confident we're gonna win. For me, we're going to win. We're going to destroy them 4-0. But anything is possible. Anything. I'm a Chelsea fan. I think the club bosses were too fast to sack or hire or fire Mr. Thomas Tuchel. Okay. That is your opinion, and we respect people's opinion in this channel. Okay. Okay, how many more minutes? I'm still here. I don't know. Let me double check on this. HQ. The Premier League is better placed with Diego Costa. What even that means? Diego. Graham Potter is about creating a team that compete. A team that compete, not a team that nobody want to play against. Okay. That has respect for each other, okay?
Head coach, you know. It's the start of a really exciting period, I think. New ownership, who I was really excited with and impressed by. Firstly, as people, and then the vision for the club and what they wanted to do. Of course, the history of the club speaks for itself, but it's about trying to create that again in our own way. My career, I suppose, has gone forward, and I had a great time in Sweden and come back to the UK and had fantastic experiences, and it's just nice to be able to take the next step and to be able to work with an exciting group of players that we have here and compete at the top, you know, try and create a winning team, and that's a fantastic opportunity for me. It's an amazing history, fantastic tradition, historic football club. I mean, grown up with the fantastic teams of Chelsea of the modern era, so it's you only have to walk around the place here and you see the pictures, you see the trophies, you see the names. It's incredible, and it's a huge honour, like I said, for me to be part of that now. It's about creating a team that competes, that has respect for each other, that is honest, that works together. So it's a combination of, I would say, football and human values that we try to work with. I think you have to understand that they're human beings first, and the key thing is to try to understand them, understand what motivates them, and understand what they're like as people, and then to try to, from that, try to come to some common ground, to try to build relationships, to try to communicate effectively on a daily basis, and build respect, build trust, build honesty. And so my starting point was always be the person first. I had a football career that I was very fortunate to have, that gave me loads of opportunities, loads of experiences. And then my education after retiring, I suppose, gave me a chance to put that into some theory, you know, to put some context to the experiences. Challenges abroad meant that I could widen my thoughts on myself, on life, on football, which was a fantastic experience for me. So all those challenges, all those experiences, I think, shape you as a human being. They make you grow, they make you develop. I always think that in order to get better, you have to take a little step outside of what's comfortable. And our job as coaches is to provide the players that opportunity to do that. Everybody wants to improve, everybody wants to compete, everybody wants to be part of something, and I think our job is to try and create that environment where that's possible. I had a young family, and they gave up a lot to come over, and it wasn't exactly Barcelona or Monte Carlo. It was Östersund up in the northern part of Sweden, but I think that's what life is about. Life's about taking risks. It's about doing something that's a bit outside of what you're comfortable with, because then it allows you to grow and develop. And I'm forever grateful and thankful for that experience I had. It made me a better person, made me a better coach, and yeah, it's made me who I am today. So it was an incredibly powerful experience, and one I'm so grateful for. When we took over at Brighton, the team had just finished fourth from bottom, I think. Played a certain style that Chris had done a fantastic job keeping them in the Premier League, and the remit was to bring the age of the squad down, was to change the playing style and to align the recruitment together with winning football matches in the Premier League. And everybody will know that it's the toughest league in the world. It's if you want to talk about how you can keep your message going forward, if you want to talk about how to convince people that you're on the right path, it's winning. And when you're sort of down the bottom, or you're fighting for that position and you're trying to develop the club, that's the challenge, I think. So we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot in the Premier League. You learn a lot about what you can deal with, about the ups and downs of it, about how you have to take responsibility all the time when things aren't going well. But I think we can use the experiences in a really good way, and we're a lot stronger and a lot better for them. Surreal, hectic, a whirlwind, exciting, amazing. A little bit of sadness, of course, because you're leaving some good people, but very, very happy and excited to meet some new people. So, whole range of emotions, but overall I would have to say really, really happy and very proud. It's one of those places that fills you with incredible excitement when you come as an away team. The crowd are always very, very passionate. They're always getting behind the home side. It's a really, really tough place to play. So I'm looking forward to being on the other end of that and getting that support with the team, because it's amazing. The atmosphere is fantastic, and it's something I'm really looking forward to.
How's the office feel?
Very nice, yeah, very nice. Very nice view. That's the main thing. See the grass, and yeah. Just getting my bearings, to be honest. The whole place is one of those things you just have to get your head round, and it'll get better as we're here longer.
Thanks again for your time.
Hi, Gary.
Why Chelsea?
Why not? I mean, it was the opportunity. There's one of the biggest clubs in the world, in the most competitive league of the world. It was the moment, and it felt like we should absolutely not miss the chance to be part of the Chelsea family and to compete for titles with the best managers and the best teams. So that was a pretty easy choice.
Does it concern you at all, the club's reputation for getting rid of managers quite quickly?
Yes and no, but on this level where I'm absolutely grateful that I can work on this level, it's like this. If you sign in for Chelsea, you sign in for the hunger of titles. You sign in for being absolutely competitive in every competition you play. I'm totally aware of that. Yeah, it is like you said, but it does not scare me. We have big ambition. Me myself, I have biggest ambitions. I'm very excited about the mixture of the team. I'm very excited about the structure of the club, and the first days were amazing. And yeah, I'm absolutely aware that at some point everybody expects results, but honestly, I'm doing that of myself all the time.
You're a extremely experienced coach. You've won many things. You seem like a nice guy. Are you concerned at all that there might be a fan backlash, because Frank Lampard is obviously a legend at the club?
Yeah. A fan backlash, I don't know. I hope not, because that would be hard on the team, because we need our supporters like any team, and in a stadium like ours, and in a club like ours, like Chelsea, to have the fans so close and so close behind the team, it makes really the difference. I can absolutely assume that it's a big disappointment for the fan base to see that Frank was sacked. I have, I said this in the first statement, and I can only repeat, I have the biggest respect. I was a huge fan of Frank as a player. It was a pure joy to watch him play and to see him, how he played, with what personality he played. He was one of the key figures to demonstrate in 90 minutes what Chelsea is about intensity, about devotion, about winning mentality. And so I have the biggest respect for him personally and for his legacy. It just got bigger when I received a message today in the morning, and to a personal message to wish me all the best, and maybe meet in the future when this is possible. So honestly, nothing has changed there. But in the last 72 hours, the club made clear to me that this is not my fault, clearly not my fault, and I cannot change the situation for him. The decision was made, and I was handed the opportunity. But I mean what I say, like before.
Just a final question from me, if I may. Obviously, there's a little bit of a time to go now before transfer window closes on Monday evening. From what you've seen so far, are there any gaps that you need to fill in the squad?
No, and it's hard to judge for me right now, because we have now one game, 2 training sessions. I'm very happy with what I see so far, with both trainings and the game yesterday, the performance, the attitude, and the talent and potential. I think we have, the squad is not too big. Right now we have N'Golo Kante came back today, so we have 22 players plus the goalkeepers. That is, regarding our program with 3 competitions, absolutely not too much. I have the feeling that right now is the guys deserve to be trusted, and I want to trust everybody. if a possibility comes along that we all agree on making us stronger right away, and okay, we will not hesitate, I'm sure, but it's not like we have the absolute need to do something. Absolutely not.
Moose, Talk Sport Radio.
Hi Thomas, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm fine.
You're the 5th German manager to manage in the top 5. I look at some of the others. David Wagner was successful with what he did with Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had Jurgen Klopp massively successful, Daniel Farke successful at Norwich. What for you is going to be success at Chelsea?
Well, in the end, and the club makes this very clear, in the end at Chelsea, it is about results. It is about results for us as managers. We always try to bring in performance, to bring in like develop players, to improve players, to increase their value, like also as seen as strong performances. And but in the end, like I said, I'm very realistic. I'm in a club whose DNA it is to win and to win, go for trophies. And I'm here to challenge every trophy we play for in the competitions, and that means that, yeah, realistically, this year it's the Champions League and it's the FA Cup. To speak now about the Premier League title there are too many teams in between us. This is not realistic, and we will just lose the focus if we start here. But our job is also about relations in the club, and relations, of course, with the team, and to push everybody to the limit. And success is also to make the stadium happy. People should be excited to come to Stamford Bridge. People should be excited to watch our team. People should be excited and feel that the team plays with a special kind of energy and atmosphere. These are also the soft points of success. But in the end, we don't need to talk around a lot. At Chelsea, you play for trophies and titles.
Do you think it's coincidence that you're German and that Chelsea need to get the best out of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz? Or am I being very cynical if I sit here and say that's one of the reasons why you were chosen? Because
yeah. Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming, it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous. I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were a ride or die, I guess the car is on E.